Hi guys, something a little bit different this time. I'm not getting a lot of shop time at the moment. I'm pushing my luck standing now. So everything's got to be done sitting. So I've got quite a lot to do. I did one or two small jobs which weren't even worth videoing really, but so anyway, this is a bit different. I'll just quickly show you 3 items that came today, which may or may not be of any interest, but beyond that is what refers to the title of the video, and all will become clear when I get to it. Alright. Well, today's goodies were from Mr. Shars. So, as usual, import. But anyway, I was after some thicker parallels. I've got 1/8. I could probably do with 1/4, but I got this load of 1/2 inch. There are 8 sets from 7/8 to 1 3/4, and numerous occasions that I want something a bit thicker. Maybe I'll get 1/4 inch some other time. Then we've got this, they call it spin index feature. I don't know whether it's going to be as useful as I would like, but there are occasions where setting up the dividing head is quite a problem, very critical, and this simple device for 5C collets. So the collet just goes in there, find the pin and crank it in. This is a 1/4. So once that's done up, we can then take a pin out from the top. Now you may see, I don't know, but probably have to zoom in a bit more to see that. The disc is numbered, and then we've got several positions for the pin itself, and once the collet is done up, we can rotate the plate. Alright, I've yet to fully explore it. The plate is marked up from 0 to 35, so that's 10-degree increments. And then the use of the other holes, I think, will expand the options a little bit. I'm not sure yet, I haven't played with it. There are no mounting holes in the base. I may put some in there. It's the sort of thing you'd probably just clamp up and use it to suit the job. There's a locking on there. Alright. And actually, considering it's a big heavy chunk, it wasn't bad for just over 50 bucks, I don't think. I may change my mind and think it was a waste of money, but for some simple dividing applications I think it might be handy. There's the sort of rear view, and then a bit more detail of the front. And the other thing, quite a handy little set of radius gauges going up to that's 1/2 inch, and this little fella in the top is 1/64. So it's basically going through on 64ths, well 64ths this end, then it goes in 32nds down here. But oh, I've got a fly. I think I've got Randy Richards' problem, but not quite as bad. Yes, anyway, I forget what that was in cost. It wasn't bad. A little handle for putting the one on you're using. Something I've been meaning to get. Just another thing. Well, now you might get the meaning of my title. There's David. And there's Goliath. I was at the range not long ago, and the guy I was with said we ought to put these two in a video because there's such an extreme contrast. So I thought, well, why not? And as I put in the description bit, if you don't like guns, don't watch this video. But for those who are into firearms at all, might be interested, here's a little North American Arms Mini. There is a slightly shorter barrel version, and there's a new version now apparently which makes loading a bit easier. It actually has a brake action to get at the cylinder. This one is a bit of a fiddle, and I did a reload thing on it on a video long ago, but you actually have to take the cylinder out, and if you've got empties in there you've got to push them out with the pin, and then once you've loaded up you get the cylinder. But you can actually get fairly speedy at it, but it takes a little bit of practice to get the hang of that. And then there's a particular position, I'll try and see it. Right, I don't think it'll even show, but between each cylinder there's a notch, and the hammer is now on the notch, so it's not touching any of the cartridges. That is the 22 Magnum version, which takes these shells. Alright, it's a 22 LR plus some, and by all accounts the 22 mag in the NAA Mini gives about the same muzzle velocity as a 22 long rifle in a rifle, so approaching 1200 feet per second. So it's a sort of a little comfort piece. You know, last ditch. If you've got nothing else, maybe it'll get you out of trouble. But then we go on to Goliath, which is, to those who may have seen one, I'm trying to make sure it stays in frame. It's the BFR, which they call the biggest, finest revolver. Other people give it a slightly different definition. On the second letter, cough. This one's in 4570, which is why the cylinder is so long. Right, that's quite a big cylinder, and that's red dot optic on there. And it takes one of these, if we can get it focused. Alright, 4570. This is a multiple reload, so it's a dirty case. I've actually got much cleaner cases. You might see, depending how the focus is working or not, about there's a bulge, and that is the bullet length. It's a laser cast 400 grain hard cast. Memory card went full, so let's pick up where I was. So it's a 400 grain laser cast, and I said the case is dirty because it's many reloads, but the load that's used in that, for those who might be interested, the book load for a trapdoor rifle has a pressure reading of 25,000, and then if you go up to the top end, like a Ruger number 1, or in fact this revolver, you can go up to about 35,000. Being a straight parallel case, the pressure is actually lower than you would think, and this is loaded up with 41.5 with reload of 7, pushing that 400. It's pretty stiff. In fact, it's less comfortable through a Ruger number 1, funnily enough, but it's near a top load but not quite. And after I finish this bit, I'll put in a couple of clips, actually from about 5 years ago, I think, putting a couple of rounds through this. You have to let it recoil quite a lot, let it come up, and then this is compared with a 454 Casull in a Ruger Red Hawk, Super Red Hawk, which is also very, very stiff, actually a higher pressure round. So anyway, I thought I'd let you have a look at this little fella, or the big fella. A lot of fun. Shoot a steel plate, 100 yards, boom, every time, no problem. So anyway, for any of you gun buffs out there, that is a lot of fun. So a bit of a mixture today. Hope to get back to some machining soon, but I'm sort of holding back whilst I try and get rid of this irksome back and hip. Damn this age business. Anyway, if you got to here, thanks for watching. Bit of fun, I hope. See ya.
Second shot went left.